Hello, I'm your Luke Cartographer, and this is the 144th video of my Fallout 76 Surveyal series, and this is Tanagra Town, this giant hunk of rock that has been lifted into the sky by all these red vines. I'm going to talk about why exactly I think that's the case, but we'll get to that later. Now, specifically what you're going to find here in terms of enemies: anglers, blood bugs, you can see one over there, cave crickets. You're going to find cave crickets every time, Mirelurks, potentially a Mirelurk queen, or super mutants. So those are the enemies you're going to find. Along with that, you can potentially find a settler, and there's actually one over there right now. We'll go find them here in just a minute. In terms of collectible nodes, you're going to find brain fungus, crystal veins, ginseng root, glowing fungus, gold veins, rhododendron, and soot flower. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to investigate the area on the ground, and then we're going to go up. And we're going to check out all that up there. So we're going to start here in this house. Actually, the very first thing I'll point out is there's this large fenced area over here where the fence has fallen down. And I think what this is simply a, basically an exclusion zone above the abandoned waste dump, which is what Senator Blackwell turned into his bunker. So I think that's what that is. I don't have any other explanation for that. They just, he wanted people off his land. And I think if this thing ever was a waste dump, you would obviously need some sort of perimeter to keep people out. And I think that's what this was. So anyway, though, let's check this place out. Got a couple skeletons on the porch here. I'm playing in my filming world, so it's one of the Fallout worlds, so I can jump really high, and I also can do a lot more damage, and the sky's clear, but I like the way it looks, and it makes things a lot more fun to traverse. But I'm going to make sure to show you the way up there that is not using that power. So let's see, we can come in here. A lot of red vines all over the place. These are, of course, the vines from Vault 94. We got this empty fridge here, some junk on the counter. There's the first collectible, a recipe. Along with that, you can find an ammo box there, and again, just some more junk. So, let's leave this, and we will head to this shed across the street. Armor workbench right there. We got the shelf here with some leather, some other junk on it, and some more junk over here on top of this cabinet, and a radio right there. Let's go ahead and head out this way. We'll head past this, the car with the lights shining on the giant chunk of rock that has been lifted out of the ground. Let's just take a look at that. I mean, that's just nuts, right? And there's an intact part of the town that's up there, but we'll see that eventually. We're going to see the other side of it first. Okay, here we are. And you can see the street just abruptly ends, just as it does on the other side. There again is Tanagra Town rising into the sky. And we even have the Tanagra Town bus stop right here. If we come over this way, there's a large shed. This is where that, the settler wanderers hang out.
And I do mean really.
We can check this area out in here. Got a weapons workbench, some more junk, a little bit of meds here. We head through here. You can head over to this shed. And this shed is actually an Enclave location, and I'll show you that on the inside. And you can actually find a terminal entry about this back over at the White Spring bunker. And it even has a code inside of it relating to this bunker. Simply the entry says that they haven't heard from this bunker in a while, so they should send somebody out here to go check it out. Here's the code. And the code is, I wrote this down, let's see, it is 748250. There we go. We can also check out this area first. Forget how dark it is without the light on. Got some bodies. Playing chess. Looks like this guy may even have lost his legs beforehand. Like, not actually that the losing his legs was part of what killed him, but just lost them beforehand. Anyway, we come in here, and we got a little Enclave laboratory here. Some Nuka-Cola Quantum right there. Nice microscope right there. More junk. Chem workbench right there. And a note right there. Didn't want to hurt them. I didn't want to hurt them. Gave me no choice. They destroy the research. Only way. I think what this was, and I don't have confirmation on this, that this was the Enclave's attempt to try to control super mutants. Because we know that Secretary Eckhart had the super mutants basically bred here at the West Tech Research Center to be released in order to up the DEFCON to level 1 so that he can launch the nukes. And he wanted control over them, and they didn't really have it, and that was kind of part of their problem. I think that what they were doing here was trying to control super mutants, and I based that on that note, and the fact that This looks like something where someone's been mutated or in some way impaired, and that this is the note that they wrote in the end. I don't. Again, that's just a theory on my part. If we come out this way, though, we can head around, and we can actually head to the base of the tower. And so, this is. I'm just gonna like bring you there, bring you back when we get over there, because it's literally on the other side of the structure at this point. Alright, there's Tanagra Town. Here again is that car with the light sitting in it, the house, and the shed. So, if we head up over this way, you can see that there's some vines, some really thick ones that are coming off this side. You can climb up that onto the bus. This is nothing special. Okay, keep on coming. Across the flatbed, onto the container, up this pipe. Across these broken chunks of floor that have a toilet attached. Through the bus. Nothing really to see up here. We can keep on going. Over the car. And then up this tree trunk sort of a thing. And here we have a set of stairs. Some more building materials. Okay, and we come a little bit further up. There was some glowing fungus right there. Now we can continue on along this side, and we will just for a minute, and we'll come back this way. Got, what is that right there? Some Radex, a gun right there, an outfit on the bed. You come out here onto this porch, and you got the welcome mat still hanging on, just barely. This is really one of the more interesting sights in a Fallout game. We have a guitar sword right there. A little kitchen. The porch just hangs off into nothingness. There's no way I would ever have gone out on that porch if I was exploring this in real life. You'd be hard-pressed to get me onto this thing in the first place, but I definitely would never have gone out on that porch. Okay, so if we come back this way a little bit, there's a cave here. And this is where the cave crickets are. Cave crickets are like my least favorite enemy in the game, aside from Assaultron Dominators. Those guys are... those ladies, I should say, are... very, very nasty. Okay, now this is kind of a really interesting place. First of all, because the glowing fungus there, but you can also find all these nodes of gold and crystal in here that you can mine. But along with that, the giant head. And so I think this right here gives us the second clue as to what really happened here. Why is Tanagra Town in the sky? And I think what this actually is a confluence of two separate forces. We've got the kind of sci-fi events and some fantasy events here coming together. There's the Gek explosion at Vault 94 that caused all of those red vines to grow all over the place. And then we have this giant occult head here that's somehow related to the faith of the Mothman cultists. And so I think what happened here is the vines of Vault 94 reached this and then got basically merged with the eldritch power of this site and ended up lifting the entire town into the sky. Now, I have no reason to say that that is actually what happened, but that's my theory as to what's happened here. So, let's head out here. Oh, more of these guys. They're just... and again, I've upped my damage with my world, just to make filming a lot easier. And also just to make it so we can get through this a lot quicker. Alright, so we gotta keep going up. Okay, here we are. Out on this ledge. Got a nice view of the countryside around us, including the Valley Galleria down there. Okay, and so let's head down this way. Across these rocks. Across this pipe. Okay, here we are in another house. Going through the bathroom. Living room sort of an area here. And we'll come out on this. Cross this. Everything's at such a tilt, it's like really, it's very easy to lose your bearings. More brain fungus there. We come through here. And we'll climb up this. Okay. And we are on the top of Tanagra Town here. You can see a little bit of the road. Remember how there was the two chunks of road, one on each side of the hole? We got the rest of the road up here. There's this house right here. So you got some junk lying around on the floor. Some broken furniture. Some other clutter. And you can look down there. Man, look at all that stuff fly. We got a full giddy-up buttercup. That's been here every single time I've come up here, so that's a nice piece of junk. We got an ammo box right there with some ammo. And if we drop down even further, we got a tool case right there. Now you can of course come back out here, and then you can go back around by going through here again. But because this is the world that I've set up where I can jump really high, I'm just going to skip around and going back around and jump really high. Okay. Now to get up to this top level, I know there's a way. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head because I've been filming like this. I think what you can do is you can jump up on this material right here. I'll just see if I can't get a footing on that. Okay. And then when you're up, and when you're up here, you can jump up a little higher. And when you're up on the roof, you can then jump across, which is easier when you can't actually jump as high as I can. Got a little moonshine still right here in the bathtub. And then right over here, oh, this is the first time that's shown up, so we actually have now 2 magazines that I've seen here. We got this Dead Settler right here, but along with that we have this Stealth magazine right here. But along with that you can also potentially find a Bobblehead right here. Okay, and now let's head out this way, and there's actually another interesting spot right over here, and you can reach this jumping from this spot, normally. You don't have to have the special jump, and actually again it's much more difficult with the extreme jump. Under the trifold American flag there is this paired keycard 2. This is part of the TNT domes over the Black Mountain Ordnance Works, showing you where that is on the map. All the way over here north of Point Pleasant, Black Mountain Ordnance Works. I've got a set of videos on what you can find in those TNT domes there, and specifically how to get those TNT domes open. And this paired keycard right here is actually half of 2 key cards, I guess. The other one of which can be found here at the Kanama Nuka-Cola plant. And I'll link that video right here. But effectively that gets you into TNT Dome 7, where you can get the XO1 Quantum Power Armor. The paint for it, I mean. Now if we come back up here, and again you can walk around if you need to, but I'm just going to use the superior jump from my Fallout Worlds. And we get up here, and there's still a little bit more to see up here. Now you can see a little bit more of the road over here. A tire swing from a little playground here. And I think this has literally been an all-star basketball every single time I've come by here, which is this special type of basketball. I would not want to get on that tire swing, although it is a great view. And anyway, if we head back up over here, we have the remains of the Tanagra Town schoolhouse. If we come in here, you can see the little chalkboard right here, A, B, C, D, and puppies. And then right here on top of this desk, you can potentially find a magazine. And if we come over here, you can see some more desks. Little shelf over there. These flowers are still here. Anyway, let's head around this way for the last note that you can find here. Going past these lockers and that little foot locker right there. We can come out here onto this porch where we get a nice view of Harper's Ferry. And if we read this note here, reason to live. Look at this place. I'm king of the gosh darn world up here. Who threw the magic beans under my childhood town? Guess a little radiation goes a long way around here. Well, maybe that and some government bullcrap. Not sure how you end up in a world like this without some good old government bullcrap. You know, I came up here to say my goodbyes and screw yous to the world, but now maybe I'll stay a little longer. I've got a room with a view, and I can't wait to take a piss off this thing. I mean, some people have weird dreams. I'm kind of worried that this yellowish stain here on the floor means that they may have missed their mark with peeing off the side of this thing. Anyway, though, I think that's really all that we need to see here at Tanagra Town. Let me take a look at my notes just to be 100%. Yes, and so I'm going to give you the full list of all the junk that you can find here. Alright, well, this has been the Irresolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.